Setter Paige Zwazdeski.
And the Husky comes in right away with another point.
And Haley Doyle on the left side. Should be a great match here. We're tied, or QCVC's up by 1 here early. Great serve again by Lockhart. Good swing, maybe touched by momentum, but ref says no.
Yeah, pulled away at the last second there, just avoided it looks like.
And Jasmine Dubray back to serve here for her team. Short serve, up by Audrina. Great joust at the net there by Paige Wozdeski.
Yeah, not often you see the setter beat the middle of the joust.
Yeah, great play by Paige there. And Nev Fenwick back to serve for her team. No libero for QCVC Elite for this rally.
Good pass, they're able to run the middle.
Great dig there by Fenwick. Doyle tries to go down the line, but can't squeeze it through.
Yeah,
Point for momentum.
Over-rotated a little bit on that one. Not able to find the opening.
Dolan Steinhauer back to serve here for her team. Great serve there, it's deep. Lockhart touches it, brought back by Ward.
Yeah, good save
Sent
there.
over, good spot there on the outside. Sent outside, can't quite make it over, is Haley Krankowski there on the outside.
Looking just go a little too sharp there.
Zwazdeski back to serve.
Smart shot.
Great shot down the line there by Krankowski. Wasn't quite read. Position 6 there, needed to shift a little bit to cover that.
Yeah, gotta be creative with a big block there.
And Krankowski about to serve here. Great serve, handled by Mahusky. Swung over by Ward, but it's dug up. Tip down the line, Zwazdeski digs that. Mahusky outside to Doyle.
Nice high swing.
Dug up by Larry there.
And shut down.
Huge block there.
Brooke Shell with a huge roof.
Great plays here by both teams to start. This is a great match so far. Can't ask for more in a gold medal match in Div 1. 16U Provincials. Doyle serves here. Not handled well, but sent over there by momentum.
QCVC looking to get a kill here. And it is long.
Lockhart just swings long, trying to find that back corner line. That's a great spot to go for, but she just misses this time.
Momentum are doing a really good job of setting the block, making it hard for the attackers to get clean kills.
Keona Zacharias back to serve here.
And she gets the ace.
Just got the better of Mahusky there.
Yeah,
had a lot of heat to that ball.
That's
Great
a really good
pace on that
serve.
serve.
Looking to do it again.
Zacharias continues to serve here at the line. Great serve there. This time Lockett gets that up. Zacharias continues to serve here. Short serve, right idea. She was trying to go cross court there.
Yeah, a lot of
To
open court
Lockhart.
there, but couldn't execute.
Would have taken Lockhart out of a swing potentially too, but just can't get that over. Shell back to serve here. No libero on the court for QCVC, so momentum will try and maybe take advantage of that defensively. To the middle, there's a tip. Lockhart digs. Zwazdeski dumps there, no one home.
Yeah, smart play. Momentum was not expecting that.
Great play there by Zwazdeski. Shell continues to serve here. Great serve there. Passed well by Sear. Short serve, just catches the top of the tape. Catches QCVC off guard there. Good serve again from Stemfel, handled this time.
And
Get under that ball there. Momentum up by 3 here in a tight gold medal match. Husky digs. Lockhart trying to swing, goes
good
off
cover.
hands. Great swing there. Larry got under that ball, just had a weird spin to it a little bit, and no one could play that second ball there.
No one able to reach it. Leah Ward back to serve.
Passed up by Larry. Push outside. Huge block. Swazdeski there with the stuff.
Yeah, good job by Larry to cover that, but just couldn't bring it back to the court.
Ward continues to serve here.
Hard serve.
Sent behind.
Good dig.
Lockhart swings again. Larry's there. Sent back over to Fenwick, but it's dug by Momentum. Sent deep. Good up there by Mahusky. Lockhart sends it over. Tip. Lockhart is there. She read it well. Fenwick swings, just catches Krankowski off guard.
Yeah, good rally there.
Good heads up play there by Fenwick to swing on that ball.
And Ward's still at the line.
Great serving run here by Ward. Krankowski is up. Just sent free ball over.
Setter takes first contact.
There's another swing by Lockhart. Great spot. She finds the hands of Dubray.
Yeah, just reaching on the block a bit there.
Wasn't quite fully pressed over, and she finds a little spot to sneak it through there. Ward still serving.
Hard serve, handled well.
Sent outside. Dug well by Doyle. Lockhart swings again, and it's off the block of Sear.
Yeah, way to find that outside hand by Lockhart there.
Great run here by QCVC. They're now up by 2. In Momentum, they now have a 5-point swing in their favor. Putting some pressure on serve, receive, and some great offensive and defensive plays here. Steinhauer just with a little bit of a mishit there.
Yeah, a little too aggressive on the
tries to maybe go down the line and just mishits. We have a substitution here. Maya McGuire coming in for Steinhauer. Just giving her a little bit of a break here. Get some fresh legs on the court. Ward continues to serve.
Another
Great
hard serve.
Tip there, Mahusky's there. Step to Fenwick.
Really good stop there.
Great play by Zwazdeski. She just sneaks it through. Dubray wasn't quite pressed on that ball. Wasn't ready for that offensive play, but great offensive play there by Zwazdeski. She's been involved early for her team on the offensive end.
QCVC on a huge run here. They now lead 14-10.
Great pass there by Larry. Tip just finds the open court. Snuck that above Fenwick, and Ward wasn't quite all the way there. Rowan Sear there to serve. Great serve there by Sear. Perfect pass by Doyle. Fenwick is blocked, but she gets it back up. Free ball opportunity here from Momentum. They run the middle.
And she finds it.
Just off the outside hand there of Lockhart.
Yeah, Dubray's such a crafty middle. She's got all the shots in her game.
Sear back to the line again. Her team down by 2. Just misses that serve there. Still front row setter here for QCVC Elite. Momentum should look to try and stop Swazdeski here, as she's made some good offensive plays so far in this set. Good pass there by Larry. Sent outside to Krankowski.
And another tool. Good use of the block there.
Yeah, she didn't have a lot of room to swing with that ball, so she took advantage of the hands there. Great play by Krankowski. Dubray here, serve.
Good serve, puts QCVC in trouble.
Just a down ball by Doyle, sent to the middle there. Free ball set over. Setter takes the first ball. Out to Doyle again.
And rejected.
Huge block there by Zacharias.
Yeah, she timed that one perfectly.
Dubray back to serve again here. Just
Another
sneaks
ace.
over. There's an ace there for Dubray. Little bit of a lucky roll there on the tape. Just sneaked that one over. No one from QCVC was ready for it. And she ties this game up at 15. Nice swing there from Doyle, dug up by Sear. Set outside for Krankowski. And great swing down the line. She goes right over Zwazdowski on the line there. Ward isn't able to dig.
And timeout called by QCVC.
Momentum has crawled their way right back into this set. They were up by a few, and QCVC pulled ahead, and now they're fighting back here. Great plays by both teams across this set. Service pressure right now is really strong from both teams. Both teams struggling a little bit to pass, just impacting offense a little bit, but overall great play by both teams. Minimal errors, minimal unforced errors by other team right now.
Yeah, and Momentum's doing really good job of involving their middle. That's been a huge part of their offense so far early on.
Yeah, for sure. Not much middle action yet from QCVC, but that might come later in the set.
Yeah, hopefully they can look to establish that.
Pin hitters have been holding it down, though, so far for them. And Dubray back to serve here. And she misses that serve there.
Yeah, good
Serena,
timeout by coach.
That's a point there, coach's point there for Serena Ward as she takes that timeout, maybe to ice the server there. Smiling a little bit on the bench there.
Fenwick back to serve now. Good
Great
control
pass there by Sear.
Another
Huge
big
swing
hit.
in the middle by Zacharias.
No,
Whistle-
that ball was down.
Yeah,
100%.
whistle down there. QCVC tries to sell it a little bit, but that ball was down.
McGuire at the line.
Good serve by McGuire. Great pass, though, by Lockhart. Doyle swings, stopped by Zacharias. It's recycled.
Good coverage.
Great play there by the captain, Stempel. Just a great heads-up play. That ball was tight, and she just dunked it back down onto the QCVC side. No one ready for that one.
Momentum's doing a really good job of limiting their errors on attack right now.
Good serve there by McGuire. Great pass by Lockhart. She's been consistent. There's a middle run, but it's handled well by Momentum. Another great play there by Zwazdowski. She has that side dunk down there. That one's pretty hard to read because it looks the same from the side as a front or back set, but she just sneaks that one over. Momentum on their heels a little bit on defense to start this match.
And that one goes long, no touch.
Set was just a little bit too far across the body of Zacharias there. She tried to reach, almost sneak that into the court, but couldn't quite convert there on that swing.
Zwazdowski's serve. And that one trickles over.
Sneak that one over too. Both teams trading a couple lucky serves off the top of the tape there. Zwazdowski continues to serve here. Another great serve. Good pace and float, handled well. Gronkowski swings.
Big tool again.
Takes advantage of Ward's hands there. Ward was maybe a little bit late on that block, not quite pressed.
Yeah, and perhaps QCVC can move their block out about a body's length farther. They've been getting tooled quite a lot so far.
Gronkowski back to serve here.
And
Just
that one
misses
is
short.
Yeah, a lot of missed serves so far by Momentum.
And Doyle back to serve here for QCVC. Another short serve there. Teams trading some short serves here. A few unforced errors that they're going to look to try and cut as this game gets tight.
2020.
Zacharias to serve here. That one's in. Handled well by Mahusky. Outside to Lockhart. Great play there. Good read, though, by Doyle.
Nice line shot, but dug well. Is that over? It is not.
A little bit of a lack of communication there. Both those second and third contacts were played by two people at the same time, so you'd like to see Momentum communicate a little bit more.
Yeah, just a mental lapse there. Provincial serving now.
Short serve handled by Sear. Ward takes that first ball.
Yeah, did a good job of putting them in trouble. Able to run their offense now.
Sent outside. Sear just sends a free ball over. Good pipe swing. Dump over. Great dig there by Shell. Good read.
And powers it through for the kill.
QCVC also called on the net there, but doesn't matter. Momentum gets the point. Tied at 21s here. Couldn't ask for a closer game for a gold medal match. Both these teams showing a lot of strong offense and defense.
Short serve puts them in trouble. Still able to get a swing.
Down ball sent over by Ward. Tip. Cross court shot. Great spot by Dubray. She notices the libero Mahusky just a little bit deep.
Yeah, she really likes that Fort Shore.
Yeah.
Or short four. Pardon me.
Stemful here back to serve. Short serve again. Good run, just a set over. Good block there by Ward. Set to right side.
And just long.
Out of bounds there.
Good job blocking there by QCVC.
Coach Brent Teasdale takes a timeout there as Leah Ward will be back to serve, and she had a great run earlier in this match. So just trying to ice her a little bit, gather his team, let them catch their breath as we're tied 22 at 22s here. Going to be a great match.
Yeah, really good execution by both teams here. It could really go either way.
Worth mentioning, the QCVC elite team, that the core that has kind of stayed together. They've been provincial champions now for 3 years in a row. They won in 13U in 2022, 14U in 2023, and 15U in 2024. So they have a lot of experience in this gold medal match game, and we'll see if that ends up being a factor late in these tight games.
Yeah, Momentum looking to break that streak here.
Momentum undefeated so far in this tournament. Sent outside.
Good middle set, kept alive.
Sent over in two, middle set run.
And that line's in.
Huge block there by Nev Fenwick.
Yeah, very timely time to shut her down.
She shuts down Dubray, who has been great so far in this game. Great play by Fenwick there. Ward continues to serve. And just misses short.
Still a tie game.
Unfortunate timing there. That gives Momentum a chance to take a lead here, 23-23. Steinhauer will return to this game for McGuire. McGuire played great while she was in off the bench. Front row setter here for QCVC Elite. Maybe trying to take advantage of a few offensive plays. Great pass there by Mahusky.
Huge swing, great
dig there. Another dump, this time Larry is there.
Yeah, they're expecting that dump now.
Sent outside. Lockhart will just tip it over. Fenwick dumps, great play by Fenwick there. Really good play by QCVC Elite in that set. As well as momentum, they had some really good opportunities to capitalize offensively, but QCVC Elite had some big defensive plays. A dig from Mahusky as well as a perfect pass from her off the serve. That's huge for them.
Yeah, doing a really good job of reading their attackers now. Starting to shut them down, starting to adjust.
Yeah, good play also by Larry to read that dump from Zwazdeski. She scored on it now a few times. So good play by Larry to adjust and recognize that.
Yeah, she'll be looking for that for the rest of the game now. All right. Much needed side out here to keep the set alive.
Momentum hoping to go to Dubray here. She's been super consistent for them and scoring a lot of points. Been hard to stop. So
Lockhart with another heavy serve here.
Good serve, Lorraine handles. Just
no touch.
Tries to catch hands there, but just misses. Great set from both teams. Super intense. 25-23, QCVC takes it.
And we will be right back with the second set. All right, we are back underway with the second set of this gold medal match.
We had a great, intense first set there. Not much more you can ask for in a gold medal match. We'll just take a minute here to thank our sponsors of this event. Discover Saskatoon, Mikasa, and Sask Lotteries. So thank you to those sponsors for making this event happen. Wouldn't be possible without them.
All right, Momentum looking to bounce back after a tough first set loss. It was very close, lost only 25-23. So this should be a good one once again.
No personnel changes here for either team. Looks to be the same lineups. McGuire here getting the start though in that second set. She came into the set in about the middle, and she played really well. So she's getting the start here in the second set.
All right, Ward starting us off. Hard serve, handled well.
Serve. Passed well by Larry.
Kept alive.
Great spot there. kept alive off the block. That was a big swing there by Krankowski.
Yeah, really good play there, keeping it alive. Ward once again.
Good serve by Ward. Pass well by Krankowski. She just has to send that over deep.
And that'll be a free ball sent back.
Opportunity here from Momentum. Sent to Dubray. She just tips over. Swazdeski just reaches for that.
Yeah, has to trust in her back row there. I think Ward had that pancake.
Dubray back to serve here. She was really great in the first set for her team. Had a lot of offensive plays, as well as some blocks at the net and good service pressure.
And another good serve there.
Great pass there by Doyle. Another dump. Dug up though.
We have a net violation though by Momentum.
Looks like McGuire there was called on the net on the block. Maybe Zacharias, but looks like McGuire.
Don't seem to be arguing it, so it must be true.
Lockhart back to serve for QCVC. Good serve there. Great pass by Krankowski. She's been super consistent. And big swing out of the middle. Zacharias just avoids that block of Fenwick there.
Yeah, she crushed that one.
McGuire back to serve here from Momentum.
Tight ball.
Great joust there. Zolzeski wins that again against Zacharias.
Easy read by the six-pack there.
Pushed outside for Doyle. Just misses that one. Maybe a little bit too low of a set there, but Zwazeski was pushing that from right side.
Yeah, not many options on that one. That's a tough swing.
McGuire back to serve here again. Great serve there. And an ace. Great serve from McGuire, just gets the better of Mahusky there.
Yeah,
had a lot of pace to it.
Yeah, both these teams can really tug on their float serves.
Close set here. Momentum up by 2 so far in this set. Thanks to the pressure here by McGuire. She's serving really well to start off the match. Great serve this time, passed up, pushed outside. Doyle finds the line.
Yeah, great shot avoiding that block.
Great spot by Doyle. Difficult swing as the setter was off the net there a little bit, so she had to go all the way across her body, but great swing. Fenwick here back to serve. No middle in for QCVC, so Momentum might try and, or sorry, no libero, so Momentum might try and take advantage.
And that one is just long.
Zacharias, the swing, just long. Good run though. And great pass to make that middle option happen. Good serve again by Fenwick. Passed well by Sear. Krankowski just rolls down the line, but Ward is there. Middle run, maybe just caught a little bit of Zacharias' hands there. Great play by Larry again to dig that ball. And great swing by Krankowski. She goes right over Zwazdeski. Finds the court there. Great swing. She's been super consistent on the serve receive too. She's had a couple great passes in a row on some tough serves, so she's transitioning now to the back row, so she should keep that up as we get into this set. Great swing again by Doyle. She really likes that spot there along that back line.
It's been working out well for her. I don't think it's been stopped once yet.
So Ozdeski here back to serve. Good serve there, handled by Larry. Little bit of a miscommunication. Momentum's just gonna send a free ball over. Right side swing. Tip down the line.
Yeah, just a little too slow with the read there.
Great spot by Ward. Yeah, that position 6 defender just didn't quite shift far enough, and we're finding that too on the left side there when Doyle's swinging. That position 6 is just staying in the middle there, so that's something that Momentum can just adjust. Missed serve there by Zwazdeski. Maybe trying to go short.
Yeah, easy break for Momentum there. Ties it up at 6.
Zacharias here back to serve for Momentum. Good serve there. Swazdeski will push it to right side.
Kept alive.
Dug by Doyle and just sent over a free ball. Sent outside. Sear will swing. And great swing by Sear. She just catches the hands there of Ward, maybe not pressing too much, and she tools off there on the line. Great swing there by Sear.
Yeah, just a little too late with their block. Lets it trickle down on their side. Zacharias serving.
Good pass there by Ward. Tip from Shell in the middle. Sear again, great swing down the line. She's had 2 now where she looked to go line. Last one she took a little bit of pace off to get hands, and this one she just rips down the line there, and Zwazdeski can't dig that.
Yeah, saw the opening and took her opportunity. Bit of a run here for the momentum now.
Up by 2 here. Zacharias continuing to serve. And just misses outside the court there. QCVC looking to take advantage as Doyle back to serve. Front row setter here for momentum, so maybe trying to get involved a little bit offensively.
Good pass there.
Great pass by Krankowski. Sear swings again. Great one-handed save there by Mahusky. And Lockhart with the kill.
Huge play by Mahusky.
She uses the hands there. Yeah, Mahusky's been great in the back row. Lots of great passes and also lots of great digs when her team has needed it.
Yeah, she's been the X factor so far.
Sear swings, little bit, had to reach a little bit for that one. Just a roll shot over from Lockhart. Out to Sear again. And great dig by Doyle. Little miscommunication, but still an okay ball.
Kept alive somehow.
Sent back over. Don't know if there's a touch on that block. Momentum seems to be saying no, but Lockhart just sends it out long.
Still gets the point.
Great plays by both teams.
Yeah, QCVC will not let that ball die.
Stemful serving here. Not handled well by Mahusky. Lockhart rolls it over and she scores. Little bit of a flimsy hit there. She had a lot of topspin on that ball and just kind of sidearmed it, but it finds some open court there. Momentum on their heels a little bit. And Brooke Shell back to serve here for QCVC.
Serve handled well. And nice high swing from the middle, just right over top.
Great swing out of the middle. Dubray getting going again in this set. She was super effective in the first set, so good to see her getting going again in this set.
Yeah, they can almost start finding her a bit more.
Yeah, they're passing well enough to get her going again in the middle.
Keep the blockers honest.
Great pass by Doyle, good serve by Sear. There's a tip, Larry reads it. Good up there by Mahusky, good slow down with the block. Tip over short, Krankowski's there. Setter takes first contact. Doyle will step in. Good swing by Lockhart, but it's dug by Sear.
And put down by Leah Ward.
I don't know if Leah touched that one, but
She celebrated like she did.
No. Maybe she did.
Or maybe just excited. Leah Ward back to serve though.
She's been really good at the service line here, so trying to
very steady for her team.
get a run here for her team. Great pass there by Larry, perfect. Middle run by QCVC, but it's dug by Sear. Frankowski on the right side.
And another block on the left side.
Great block there. That's
Swadeski
and a little bit of Fenwick too.
That one was for sure touches this time.
Ward will keep serving here. Ward just misses long. And Steinhauer back to serve.
I would be looking to avoid serving the libero here if you could.
Mahusky's been passing really well.
And
net violation. Momentum looks a little bit shocked. Not sure who it was that was on the net, either Zacharias or McGuire there on the block, but
yeah, they look a little unsure too.
down ref calls net touch. And Lockhart to serve here. Great serve, handled really well by Sear.
Big swing, catches the net.
Another dump. Larry's been all over that.
And just long.
Just out. Yeah, I'd like to see Swadeski try something a little bit different with the dump if she is gonna do it.
Yeah, maybe push deep 5.
Yeah, deep 5 or something behind. Now that Larry has read it a few times, it's not as effective as it was in the first set.
And timeout is going to be called here by Momentum. QCVC on a bit of a run.
Great service pressure here by QCVC. And yeah, head coach Teasdale here just trying to collect his team a little bit. They've been passing pretty well and haven't been making a ton of unforced errors. Maybe reminding them just to stay off the net there.
Yeah, I think they could just tighten up their block a little bit too. It's been a lot in seams recently from QCVC.
Yeah, and trying some more different shots. When Sear was in the front row, she was playing really well, just like trying to go off hands and mixing that up with some couple hard swings. So you'd like to see some other players do that too and get the middle a little bit involved right now. Zacharias is in the front row and she's had some great swings, so getting them a little bit involved. But some passing has to come first for sure, so maybe reminding them too that, that first contact is important.
I think Zacharias has been avoiding the block a bit much. A few of her shots have went out the back, so she can look to swing high off hands. They'll be in good position as QCVC gets an ace.
Great serve there by Lockhart. Sear just passed out a little bit too tight. She's been very consistent on that serve receive line back there. Second ball by the libero there. Krankowski will just roll it. Set outside to Doyle.
And that one goes long.
Just long there.
Much needed point there for Momentum.
They're down by 3 here in this set. Already down 1 set, so looking to push this game to a third. Myra McGuire here serving.
Yeah, Zwazeski's still front here, so watch out for that dump.
Great spot there by Fenwick. Really smart play. Set wasn't quite where she wanted. She saw an opening behind Larry there. Again, we're seeing that position 6 not shifting all the way to that line.
Yeah, high IQ volleyball play for sure.
Yeah, we'd like to see Momentum adjust a little bit on that. On both sides, have the position 6 player go a little bit more line. And net violation here, Brooke Shell, I believe, is called on the net touch. Quite a few net arrows in this points, or in these sets. Head coaches would like to avoid that. Passed up by Lockhart. Doyle will just down ball that there. Krankowski was shifted there, which is good. Set outside. Doyle again with a down ball. Great dig by Larry. Rolled. Ward gets that dig.
Yeah, able to track it down.
And sent over. Zacharias there. Great swing in the middle.
Yeah, cuts it around the block and off hands.
Shell just wasn't quite pressed there, so Zacharias takes advantage and makes her pay. Serve here for Krankowski.
Good pass, able to run the middle, but shut down. Set just a little too tight to work with.
Great block there by Zacharias. She's there and she shuts it down. No room to go for Brooke Shaw. Good Good serve by Krankowski. Passed up really well by Lockhart. Sent outside for Doyle.
Sharp angle, but
Cross
read
court,
well.
but Sears there. Another middle run there. Zacharias just goes right over top of Shell there.
Yeah, really good swing. She's getting active now. All
And
tied up.
they tie it up, so head coach Serena Ward takes a timeout there.
Yeah, really good bounce back by Momentum there.
Yeah, they're putting a lot of pressure on the service line back there, as well as showing a lot of great plays defensively. They're big at the middle right now in the net. Zacharias has had a few good plays there.
Yeah, and especially the back row too has been doing a better job of reading the attackers. Just picking everything up.
Both teams playing well here. Limiting unforced errors. Haven't seen a lot of missed serves in this set, which is what you want to see. Both teams great from the service line. Krankowski there in the back row shifted more line on a couple plays by QCVC, which is what you like to see, that adjustment being made, so QCVC might have to find a different spot to put that ball. Great dig by Krankowski there. Sent outside to Sear, and she
finds the line.
finds the line. That has been her spot in this match. Great swing by her, and great set by Stemfel. Haven't mentioned her name a lot in this game, and usually that's a good thing for a setter. But she's been super consistent setting up her teammates there.
And rejected that dump. Even the middle's ready
Zwazdowski
for
just
it
tried
now.
to push over that dump there, but Zacharias was there. Again, like to see Zwazdowski maybe change up that dump a little bit there. Maybe go behind, as Larry has been adjusting now in front to that pot. Good serve there by Krankowski. Sent out to Doyle. Just tipped behind the block, but it's dug up by McGuire, and she'll send a free ball over.
Looking to run middle. Kept alive though.
Tip behind the block by Zacharias. Sent outside to Doyle there.
Falls inside, but it's kept alive.
Back
pipe
row to
option.
Lockhart. Great swing there. She finds about a foot of court there.
Yeah, really good swing out of the back row.
And great run by Zwazdowski. You know, those set out to Doyle wasn't working, and couple sets to Shell had been blocked. So great run there by Zwazdowski.
Nice second ball, but just long.
Just long on the swing. Good communication by QCVC to leave that. And we're all tied up at 18s here.
Zwazdowski back at the line.
Handcuffs Sear a little bit, but it's sent over.
Yeah, putting good pressure. Smart play taking out the setter.
Good dig there by Krankowski. To the middle.
And it stays in play.
Dug by Zwazdowski and then saved by Lockhart. And blocked there by Doyle. Going outside to Sear.
And is long.
Just long. That has been Sear's spot.
Great job by QCVC stopping the middle attack, that rally.
Substitution here. Hallie Ducharme is coming in for Rowan Sear. Sear's had quite a bit of volume, so just giving her a little bit of a breather here.
Good pass there.
Reset. Great pass by Kronkowski. Good dig there by Mahusky. Good slowdown on the block.
Yeah, 2 contacts there by the setter.
Ref calls Zwazdowski on the 2 contacts there. Had a little bit of a spin to it. Unfortunate play there. We're tied at 19. Zacharias to serve here. Great pass. Sent behind to Doyle. She tries to set that over. Free ball.
Keeps it alive.
Opportunity now. A little bit of a low set for Shell.
Good angle, good dig.
Great spot there, but Krankowski reads it. Shell with the block there. Ducharme swinging off the bench, maybe a little bit of a cold shoulder. And
timeout called by Momentum. They trail 20-19.
This has been a great match. We've been really back and forth.
Yeah, it's been
Love
close
to
the
see
entire
it
time.
in this Div 1 match. We have a minute here, so we'd like to thank our sponsors for this event. Discover Saskatoon, Macassa, and Sask Lotteries. So thank you to them. Without them, this wouldn't have been possible.
Yep.
Both,
All right.
both coaches just letting their team have a breather here. Giving them a little bit of motivation to push in this final stretch of the set. Momentum trying to push this game to a third, and QCVC trying to end it in 2 here and go 4 championships in a row. Doyle with the serve into the middle.
Big middle swing.
Great
Picked
dig.
up.
Sent outside. Great dig there by Larry. Ducharme just hit a little bit.
Yeah, swinging behind your head a bit there. It's tricky.
Sears gonna come back in for Ducharme. QCVC up by 2 here. Doyle's been very consistent at the service line here. She's gonna try and.
Yeah, she's been putting good pressure for sure.
Great serve there. Pushed outside, great set there.
Kept alive.
Tip behind the block, McGuire's there. Lockhart swings again, but it's dug up. Just a tip behind the block there.
That ball's down. Smart shot.
Swazdeski plays it, but not high enough for anybody else there. And it scores a point. Captain Kira Stemfel back to serve here. She'll try and get a push here for her team. Here you go. Good pass there by Lockhart. Goes behind to Ward.
And it tags the line.
Great swing down the line. You know, Ward, a left-handed player, it's easier for them to go down the line than it is for a right-handed player. So just would look to kind of move that block if I were Momentum's middle and outside blockers. Just move that block a little bit more outside and force her to go cross court. As it's across her body, maybe a little bit more awkward for her. Good swing by McGuire, dug by Shell. Back row tip right behind the block. Great play by Doyle to find that open court there.
Yeah, I haven't seen many pipe attacks this game, but the few that we have seen, they've been very effective.
Shell back to serve here. No lib for QCVC, so Momentum should look to try and take advantage of that. Maybe hit a couple balls to position 5. That being said, Shell has been really good defensively here.
And that ball's long. QCVC just 1 point away from gold medal now.
Match point here for QCVC in the gold medal match. Brent Teasdale trying to motivate his team here to go for one last push in the second set.
Huge kill through the
Great
middle.
swing. Steinhauer takes advantage. Great run in the middle
And
by
they need
Stemfley.
3 points needed to tie this up. Difficult, but not impossible for sure.
Sear to serve for her team. Short serve. And that's the match. QCVC Elite takes it in 2 sets. Gold medal champions, Div 1, and they do it for 4 years in a row.
Yeah, great game by both teams, but QCVC was just that much more clean that second set.
Yeah, Momentum had gave up a huge fight, and both sets were really close, but QCVC just prevails, and congrats to them on winning the championship. Congrats to Momentum as well for having a good set. And thanks for joining us for this gold medal match.